Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle, and here we go.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men running at and beyond the defence, there's going to...
Puskas! Goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Barcelona are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Tries to play it through. Now that's well seen too. That's a good ball out wide. Played back in. Conte. And it's Pirlo. It's Pirlo. Well seen. Saw that coming. Looking to play him in. Collar. Adams can get it clear. Pirlo charging forward, the ball at his feet. No, he refuses to take the bait. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Messi. Nice interception, well timed. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great to...
And he shoots! In for the pieces! And yes, it's there! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Maldini could try cutting inside here. Up he goes! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Pirlo. And he's on his way! Oh, that's a key interception. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. It's Pele! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
And he's searching... Oh, shooting chance! Well, now it's a race. Cruyff! Oh, split-second reaction.
Cruyff really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Maldini. Barcelona look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Busquets. And the pass is intercepted. And it's Davids. Messi. Busquets. 15 minutes till half-time. Can he get it through? Shot could be on. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And that is expertly dealt with. Roberto Carlos. Pirlo. Now Costa Curta. Puskas looking understandably energised after his goal. Could move up a gear here. Adams spots it and intercepts. Aimed beyond the defence. Conte. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Oh, that's fabulous. Thuram gets over and intercepts. Davids. Cruyff. Now it's Pelé. He's had it taken off him. Now it's Puskas. And this is Kante. Cruyff. And for a moment, time stood still. Thuram did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And he's had it nicked away. Now it's Pelé. And there is the half-time whistle. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So we reach the halfway point.
Who wants half-time when you have a contest this good? I can only hope it picks up where it left off.
BOTAFOGO are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. So once again, we're underway. Threads one in. He's had a shot! Goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Barcelona get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Busquets. Messi. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Cruyff. Conte. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. He's on it. Can he get away? Oh, he's... And the finish! Oh, it's hit the post! Chance, surely!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Messi. Messi.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Big chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
So we've reached the hour mark. Tries to pass it through. And the shot! He has done it! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Barcelona take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a reg...
And the shot! It's in! Just one in it now! The game takes on a whole new complexion!
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
BOTAFOGO get themselves back into contention.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Davids. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Yamal, and he skips past his man. And it's Davids. And this is Neymar, driving through the middle. Chance! Sticks it away! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Barcelona go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
They've seen the light and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Barcelona have reclaimed it. Thuram. And it's Koundé. Cruyff in acres of space out wide. Oh, what a climb! And it's in! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Cruyff knocks it into space. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Conte. Taken back almost at once. Time is running out here.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
That's tidy.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. And it's Koundé. Now that looks a decent ball. Yamal's cross. And the keeper beats it away.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
Pirlo, a true great in every sense of the word. Busquets gets across and deals with it. Conte. Now it's Cruyff. Nice bit of trickery. And shifted it to the flank. It's Roberto Carlos! And that is doing no harm at all. And that will be the final act. BOTAFOGO played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here feeling utterly deflated. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
BOTAFOGO are looking a touch fragile, Peter. Confidence looked well down, and they have to find some courage quickly now if they're to react.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.
Recordamos a nuestros espectadores que el estadio dispone de una sala de objetos perdidos.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Well, this formation was traditionally considered a bit defensive, but now very much back in vogue due to some pretty well-known proponents, Jim.
Yeah, the 3-5-2 has been used by some of the biggest and most successful teams around, Peter. You know, one of its key strengths is the fact that it's well suited to playing out from the back. And I think you'd have to have a look at the wing-backs in that manner, because they can get forward with ease. And you can create overloads because you're not going to get teams pressing defenders in 3s and 4s. So if you've got centre-backs too that are capable on the ball, this system is a great fit.
He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. And that has left him in a heap. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into a stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Beckenbauer gets his final warning.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And so we have the first set piece of the game. And it's Pirlo. Oh, that's a fine interception. Puskás. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. Puskás touches it back. Neymar. Now that looks a decent ball. Gets a good foot in there. Cruyff showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite... And Puskás! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Puskás really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Pelé could try cutting inside here. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Now it's Pelé. Quality ball. Beckenbauer did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Roberto Carlos. Beckenbauer does really well to win the ball there. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Neymar is in a really good position out wide. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Costa Curta. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And this is Pelé. Now it's Puskás. Great vision.
BOTAFOGO have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Conte.
That's going in strongly.
Well timed, excellent interception. Neymar. Mateus. Oh, that's neat. Beckenbauer, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Oh, no question, that's a foul. Pirlo. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Bellingham. Almeria looking to pass their way through. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Pelé. Oh, that's a key interception. Neymar. Now Van Bommel. Mateus. Mateus. Mbappe. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Adams kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. That is ended up in no man's land. Looking for options for movement. Oh, that's fabulous.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Cruyff. Now it's Pelé. Puskás. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How would you review the first half?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. Here we go again then. So neither side has yet broken through. Tries to play it through. Oh, he's been caught on it here. He's had a shot! No mistake! The second half sparks straight into life. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
He's in plenty of space here. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Look at the chance for a shot! It's in! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. That was fabulous, the most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
Almeria are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Mateus.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Pass somewhat off target. Conte. Pele. Time and again they are repelled. Ball's gone out of play.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. Será reemplazado por el dorsal 66.
Roberto Carlos receives it in a wide position. That has not gone well. Rijkaard calmly anticipates. Puskás. And this is Pele! Botafogo couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Cruyff. Now it's Pele. Knocks it into space. Chance! He scores! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Cannavaro.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Neymar. And it's Cannavaro. Alexander-Arnold is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Mbappe. Beckenbauer. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Now Costa Curta. It'll be a throw-in.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 17, Van Bommel. El dorsal 18, Neymar. Serán sustituidos.
He's on it, can he get away? Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And again!
This has to be a spell of no fear. They can't leave anything out there.
He's having a hit! Gave it a go, but off target.
Yeah, it seemed the right range, and I guess it was worth a try.
Alexander-Arnold. Bellingham. That pass has been well intercepted. And it's Cruyff. Makaleli. Can he get it through? Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Costa Curta. Botafogo are looking... Oh, that is asking for trouble. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Takes a shot! They've done it! Botafogo back on level terms. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
We have ourselves a real game. Kelly! And smartly reclaimed. Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's managed to get rid.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Pirlo. Haaland is onto this. He can run onto that. Cafu. Cruyff. Tries to pass it through. 5 minutes to add. That has been cut short. Adams gets across to intercept that. Beckenbauer. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Can he get on the end of this? Mbappe. He's found a way through. That is a crunching tackle. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Botafogo certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I think it would be impossible to overlook this fella, Lamine Yamal. Obviously, he's often deployed as an inverted...
Takes a shot!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Oh, he's been caught napping! And this is Neymar. Can he finish? There it is! The breakthrough strike! Terrible error, duly punished.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. That's the keeper's ball. De Jong. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Hakimi. Now it's Yamal. That has ended up in no man's land. Cruyff. Serginho. Saka. Now Costa Curta. Saliba. De Jong. Now it's Messi. And Yamal. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
De Jong.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Now it's Pele. That's very neat. Well, they've got it again. Chance, surely! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Pirlo clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
De Jong. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Saka. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And it's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Now it's Pele. Yamal. Looking for options. Shot a goal! Goal! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. And he can't get it over the wall. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Costa Curta, and he's had it nicked away. In with the challenge. Puskás. Now it's Pele. And he's only too happy to take that back. Throw it. Roberto Carlos. Costa Curta cuts it out. Foot in. Saka has found the net here, of course. And he's gone tall! And he's there to belt it away.
Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now?
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Here's found Pele! And that is wildly off target.
Well, if they hope to have any chance of turning this round, they have to abandon their shoot-on-sight policy. It's just not working.
Ferdinand. De Jong. Messi. And it's Hakimi. De Jong. Now it's Neymar. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Can he get it through? And he's managed to get free. Oh, shooting chance!
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
In towards the back stick. It is a corner. And this could be the final action of the first half. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Threads one in. Crosses it in here. And there is the half-time whistle. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
BOTAFOGO certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Here we go again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Ambitious ball here. Saliba. That's a good ball out wide. Hakimi. And it's Messi. Pele. Puskás. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, and Puskás! It's in! And the second half is off to a flyer! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
We have got ourselves a game here.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
And he has been fouled there. Ferdinand.
Well, that'll certainly improve their mood. All the talking, both tactical and motivational, in that half-time dressing room seems to have paid off for the moment, at least.
Hakimi. Now it's Yamal. Roberto Carlos wins the duel this time. Now it's Pele. Yeah, he's fouled him there. And no surprise, that's a booking. That was mighty close. Saka. Now Costa Curta. De Jong. Almost an hour gone. No, that's been intercepted. Yamal is fouled. Neymar!
Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Almost the perfect move. Almost. The finish just wasn't quite at the same level.
Can he get on the end of this?
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Oh, give it away. He is through here.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
He's having a shot!
And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
Substituição.
Pirlo standing over it.
That's gone all the way through to the keeper.
And now they can spring out of defence. Good effort from distance. Big relief, it just needed better contact.
No, it's a fair attempt. I think he felt he could line one up there. The odds were never really in his favour.
De Jong. Hakimi. Now that looks a decent ball. Great ball if he can get there. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Saka. And it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Just a quarter of an hour to play.
BOTAFOGO really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Saka.
It'll be a throw-in.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. They get a throw-in. Looks to the other side.
Well spotted.
And this is Neymar. And this is Messi. He's got away. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Roberto Carlos did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Messi. Played into space. Puskas. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Probing pass. And he plays one through. Decent chance! And it's in! And surely that clinches it! There really is no way back now! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. It made things quite uncomfortable for them.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Puskas just eases him off the ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Messi.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Puskas. Gets a good foot in there. Saka. Stood up well to him there. Now it's Pele. That's an excellent interception.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but undone by an opponent who simply did a better job. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't